For over a decade, I've been an oncology nurse. That means I've spent my career with people facing cancer. I've been there the day they were diagnosed. I've given them chemotherapy. I've cared for them through the sickness that comes after treatment. Some of them got better, some of them did not. And that's the reality of my work. I've sat with people in their final days. I held their hands, eased their pain, and I've been present for the last thing any of us ever do. I am Pierre Bour. I am a registered nurse, and the people who were dying taught me about living than anyone else. I'll share with you four of them. You might want to stick out for the last one. The lesson one that someone who's dying taught me is this: almost no one at the end of their lives talks about their work. I've sat with many people in their final days. I have never once heard someone say, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. Not once. And do you know what they talk about? They talk about people. They talk about their children. They talk about the husband, the wife, the friend they lost touch with. They talk about love at the very end when everything else falls away. Now, what's left is the people we loved and the people who loved us. That's it. That's what matters. And most importantly, of course, their faith. They talk about faith in Jesus Christ. If you are spending your own life on everything except the people you love, the dying will tell you to stop. Now, lesson two. The second thing they taught me: regret is heavier than failure. The patients at peace at the end weren't the ones who succeeded at everything. They were the ones who tried, who took the chance, who said the thing, who lived honestly. The ones who struggled most weren't grieving the failures. They were grieving the things that they never attempted, the dream they took themselves out of, and the forgiveness they never offered, the I love you they never said. Failure fades, regret doesn't. So do the thing, okay? Do the thing. Say the words. You will almost never regret trying. You will almost always regret the thing you were too afraid to try. Lesson three, the thing that they taught me: presence is the most valuable thing you have. When someone is dying, they don't want your advice. They don't want you to fix it. They just want you there, fully there, not looking at your phone, not thinking about tomorrow, just present. I learned that the greatest gift I could give a dying patient wasn't a medication. Yes, sometimes they are in pain. Yes, a lot of time, for the fact they are in pain, we have to ease their pain. We have to make sure they're comfortable. It was my full, undivided presence. And here's what I realized: that's the greatest gift you can give anyone, living or dying. Your attention, your presence. The people in your life don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be there and present. Now, Lesson 4. The fourth thing that they taught me, that time is not promised to any of us. I've cared for patients in their 80s who had a long life, who enjoyed their lives, and I've cared for patients far too young, people who did everything right and still got the diagnosis. And you know what? You want to know what? Cancer doesn't check whether you are planning to start living later. None of us are promised the someday we keep postponing our lives for. And the trip you will take eventually, the relationship you will repair when things settle down, the life you will start living once things calm down. Things don't calm down. Someday isn't guaranteed. The dying taught me to stop waiting for a future that may never come. Now, what do I do differently now? People ask if this work is depressing. It's the opposite, actually. Yes, some days we are we go through the emotions, and because we're taking care of patients, and yes, it could be depressing, but you know what? Being close to death has made me more alive. I hold my people longer. I say I love you more. I waste less time on things that don't matter. I try to be present, not because I'm afraid of dying, because my patients showed me what it means to have lived. They give me that. Even as they were leaving, they gave me that. Or they may not gonna spend another hour, another second with their loved one. But I see all of that. If you take one thing from this, let it be this. Call the person you've been meaning to call. Forgive the thing you've been holding on to. Say the words out loud. Be present with the people in front of you. Live the life you keep telling yourself you will live later. Again, remember, later is not promised. I know that because I've held the hands of people who ran out of laters. I'm Pierre Bour. For thank you to every patient who taught me how to live. I will carry you with me for a long, long time. So I'm challenging you today. Go ahead and live, forgive, and say, I love you to the ones that you love the most. Remember, your health is your wealth. Take care of it.